purpose or for what happiness will someone give up the glorification of he who delivered the most sinful Aghasura? So here glorifying the merciful nature of Krishna. Though Putana comes to give poison, but still she gets the position of a mother. So what happens to a person who deprive themselves of the study of the Vedas? They only destroy their opportunity. They obtain death whenever there is an opportunity to study the Vedas. Immediately he should grasp that opportunity. When a person gets the chance to perform devotional service, immediately he should take it up, or he will be deprived of the festivals. In this way, in the previous verses, the purport of the scripture is to understand bhakti. Bhakti, that means love for Krishna, is the goal of studying the scriptures. What is the use of studying the scriptures if there is no love for Krishna? Then what will happen? All his attempts is just a great failure. He is only carrying the load of the scriptures. And in the scriptures, Krishna's merciful nature has been glorified. How wonderful is Krishna! Even though somebody is so envious of him, Aghasu, he wanted to swallow all his friends, swallow Krishna also. But still, Krishna delivered him. He's such a sinful person. Still, Krishna delivers the sinful Aghasur. Ye Krishnir name haya jagat pavitra nabale dukkhita jiva tahara charitra. The entire world is purified by the name of Krishna. Yet, wretched living entities abstain from chanting his name. So name has so much of power. Name and Nami, name and the person are non-different. So much is the power in the name, but still we don't have faith in the name. Name is enough to deliver a person from this material world. Ye Krishnera Mahotsave Brahmadi Vivvala Tahachari Nritya Gite Korea Mangala. Even the demigods, headed by Brahma, are overwhelmed by Krishna's festival. Yet people give up such festivals and take pleasure in inauspicious dancing and singing. So festivals are the ways to express our joy in the appearance of Krishna. Like Gaur Purnima is coming. Vrindavan Das Thakur is always with us. Huh? Now see how much glorification is done for the participation in festival. We should not wait to be called. It's the most degrading thing. If we wait to be called in the festival, that means we consider ourselves to be something, a superior personality. We should hanker to enjoy the festival, to participate in the festival, to do service in the festival. Now, Gaur Purnima, what is the date? March? What is the date of Gaur Purnima?
7th March.
Yes, 7th March. So the devotees are eagerly waiting for the appearance of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Holy Purnima, Gaur Purnima, Jagannath Mishra festival, March 8th. So these are the ways to express our joy. And in the festival, if we say, no, today I'm not participating, I'm just tired, that means we are not so fortunate. Even Brahmaji is overwhelmed when he sees in the earthly planet such a wonderful festival is happening. And Brahmaji is also overwhelmed. But you see people who are mundane, materialistic people, they like to go and dance in the clubs and pubs. Saturday evenings, if you see, there is a club near our Jagannath Devasthanam, heavily crowded. Why? The girls and the boys, they come to dance there. And that too in all bad dresses and all these things. But devotees love to chant, dance, sing in the festivals. That is a difference. Ajamile nistharila ye Krishnirname dhanakula vidya made taha nahi jane. The holy name of Krishna delivered Ajamil. Yet those who are intoxicated by wealth, good birth, and education do not know him. Now, Ajamil did not call Narayana. He called his son Narayana. He kept his son's name Narayana on the request of some sadhus, though he was involved in all the sinful activities. But whatever he had done in his early ages, that is not forgotten by Krishna. Neha vikramanashusti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpamapyasa dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even if a small thing is done in Krishna consciousness, that is never forgotten by Krishna. So Ajamil's early ages, whatever devotional service he has done, that is why the sages, Lord sent the sages. And in this way, the sages request him to keep his son, the child which is going to be born, as Narayana. The whole day, Narayana, 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 do this, Narayana, do that. And in the death time also, he's calling his son Narayana. Now, because he has done so many sinful activities, Yamadutas come to take him. But Vishnu Dutas, as soon as they hear the name Narayana, they landed there. They fight with Yamadutas, quarrel with them, and somehow defeat them. Even Yamaraj cannot do anything. Why? Because he has uttered the name Narayana, though he is actually calling his son. This is Nama Bhasa. Nama Bhasa means appears to be calling Krishna, but he has called his son Narayana. So this Nama Bhasa stage also, there are stages, Nama Bhasa, Nama Paradha, Shuddha Nama. So now, even at the stage of Nama Bhas, it appears as if Lord is called. But there you are calling a person whose name you have kept of Lord. Now here, Ajamil, he repents. Now he is understanding that though I called my son Narayana, I have got this benefit. If I perform pure devotional service, he realizes his mistake, and then he goes to Haridwar, performs pure devotional service, and gets the bowl of Lord. So in this way, Lord delivers Ajamil. His name delivers Ajamil. Now we are talking about the holy name, the glories of the holy name. Nama Chintamani Krishna's Caitanya Rasavigraha. Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukta Abhinatvam Nama Naminoho. There is no difference between Nam and Nam. I want to attain Krishna, then just chant. Kalir Kare Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Krishna has appeared in the form of name. Just hold the name, chant whole day. Even when you are working also you can chant. While cooking also you can chant. But your prescribed rounds you should sit and chant, and that too attentively. In other times, not to forget Krishna, you can just have holy name in the mouth. Then you will not gossip something nonsense. You will not criticize anyone. So that is why, to avoid such nonsensical talks, nonsensical criticisms, all ridiculous words, better is have holy name in the mouth. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, Ram Hare. Srila Prabhupada has given us very nice engagement. Even if you sit in the train where you're alone also, it doesn't matter. Holy name is with you. Now when I was coming from Nagpur, everybody were with their families and all. I was sitting alone, but I came alone. So I was just thinking, see, though they were all with their families, no one is talking to each other. Why? They are all completely engrossed in their mobiles, in some music, in some movies. And I was just chanting, realizing how Prabhupada is so merciful. If this holy name would not have been given to us, then we would have also done something nonsense like this. See movie, then get engrossed in that, in some illusory story. His holy name is the most greatest asset and the mercy which Srila Prabhupada has passed on to us. In Caitanya Bhagavata, very clearly the glories of the holy name is given. That is why Japmala should always be there with you when you're traveling, when you're going out. This is part of your Anga. There's something known as Anga Upanga, isn't it? Anga are the limbs. Upanga are the parts of the limbs. Consider Japmala as Uppanga, as a part of your limb. When you're traveling, just put your hand inside and chant. That is not counted in your prescribed rounds. Prescribed rounds, minimum 16 round chanting. That should be done in a secluded place when there is no disturbance, when you are not distracted. Then that is your prescribed round. When there is a lot of distraction, to not get attracted by those distractions, one has to chant the holy name. One should refer to the Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, chapter 1, verse 21 to 28, chapter 2, for a description of Ajamal's deliverance through Krishna Namabhas, a glimpse of offenseless chanting of Krishna's name. The second line of this verse is confirmed in Kunti's prayer to Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Second line, Dhana Kula Vidya Made Taha Nahi Jane. One who is intoxicated by wealth, good birth, and education, they will never know him. Janmaishwarya Shuta Shrivid Edamana Madapuman Naivaratika Avitadumbai Twamakinchana Gochara. Very clearly it has been said, Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, Shri, these four things. Janma means being born in a high family, good parentage, respectable parentage. Aishwarya, having a lot of opulence. Shuta, having high education. Shri, bodily beauty. One who is having such type of advantageous things with him, he really cannot approach with sincere feelings if he is attracted to such things which he has got. Now, Kulashekar Alvar, in Mukundamala, he says, now he's a king now. Mukundamala, in Kulashekar Alvar, is the Shera king. So king means he has got lot of Aishwarya. He has it. But still he says, I don't want to get attracted with this. Whatever you have got, whatever I have got, that is because of Purva Karma. Nasta dharme navasunichiye naiva kamopabhoge yad bhavyam tad bhavato bhagavan Purva Karma anurupam etat pratyam mama bahumatam matam janma janmantarepi tvat padam bhoro yugata nischala bhaktirastu. So I must have got all these advantageous things. And that too kama upabhoga. That means all these accumulated wealth for sense enjoyment. But oh Lord, let me not be carried away with all these advantageous things which I have got for sense gratification. My only prayers to you is, Mam, etat prarthyam mama bahumatam, janma janmantareti. There is only one prayer which I have. Every janma, O Krishna, just give me your lotus feet. Tvat padambora yugagata nischala bhakti rastu. Let me have nischala bhakti. Nischala bhakti means unflinching love at your lotus feet. If I serve your lotus feet unflinchingly, that is the greatest benefit which I have got. So I pray to you for this. So this is the prayer which every devotee is supposed to do. He must have got some Aishwarya. You cannot just say, just throw out all the Aishwarya. No. You must be very rich. You must be born in a nice family. Take advantage. Simple. Take advantage and use everything in Krishna's service. Like yesterday, there was a question which was asked in Sunday Law Office class. I have a desire to earn money. I want to go and work. At the same time, I want to do devotional service. What should I opt for? The answer is, Krishna has never told, give up your work. Mama anusmara yuddhacha. Krishna tells to Arjuna also, Mama anusmara. Think of me. And then perform whatever activities, occupational duties you are supposed to do. Nobody has told to give up the work, because a jiva cannot live without any work. He has to perform the work. But do the work in such a way that work doesn't bind you. Yagyathat karmano nitra lokoyam karma bandhana tadartham karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Do such work which will not bind you. So purifying all the work, what is the first thing we have to do? Chant the holy name. and see the holy name in everything. While working also, you can chant the holy name. Every circumstances, you can chant the holy name. And in this way, you are performing every activity for Krishna. You're purifying your consciousness. Your service attitude towards Krishna also will increase. Generally, when we earn, we only think of spending in our material life. At that time, we don't have any reservations. Somehow we will take some debit card, credit card, somehow we'll take some loan, and just the priority is we want to enjoy. But when it comes to giving for Krishna, at that time we have so many reservations. Generally, the answer is I don't have money. Why? Where it went? Everything went in sense enjoyment. Yes, everything went in sense. You are working and then you are trying to please your children and your wife. And in this way, all the money, whatever is earned, is also going without any results. But the same thing if you employ in Krishna's service, that is going to give the most wonderful results. Shulabhai Sava Satyamaravachana Bhajaha Amulya Krishna Pada Padmadhana. Oh brothers, please hear my truthful statement. Worship the invaluable wealth of Krishna's lotus feet. Prabodhananda Saraswati, the uncle of Gopal Krishna Gopala Bhatta Goswami. He has written in his Sri Caitanya Chandramrita 90. O devotees, give up all unfavorable bodily and mental activities that are contrary for the pleasure of Krishna's senses and become attached to the lotus feet of Gaura Chandra. So very clearly he says, give up. They are all unfavorable bodily activities. Use everything in Krishna's service. You want to go with your family, use the family in Krishna's service. You want to go and stay in your relative's house, use the relative's house for preaching. Use. Don't go and take some rest, because there is no rest for the mind. There is no rest for the body. The real rest, Aram, is called Ram, Aj Aram. Other all things are superficial. You may go talk to your children, talk to your mother, father. How much will talk and what will talk? Same thing. Kya khaya, kya pehna? What to talk? Instead of that, use that opportunity in reading. Utilize the time for swadhyay. Utilize the time for preaching. In this way, you will never be lost in Krishna consciousness. Somebody told Mataji, Krishna conscious means you should give particular time only. This much to this much I will do. It should be like how in the office it is done. And this time is given. The stipulated time I will do, perform the devotional service. Krishna consciousness is beyond time and beyond space. Krishna consciousness is not, you can say, bound. It is not bound by particular time. I will do only this much. No. Consciousness of the soul should always be in Krishna, whether it is night, day, anytime. So consciousness should never be lost. That is the greatest wealth. And nobody should lose that greatest wealth. Only a miser, he says, I don't have time. And a miserable person, he loses the time because he wants to engage in the materialistic activities to such an extent, he forgets Krishna. Even though involved in a materialistic activity, a person should remember Krishna and utilize all those activities and purify the activities by engaging the results in Krishna's service. Ye charana sevite Lakshmi Abhilasa, ye charana sevina Shankara Shuddhadasa, ye charana haite Jhanavi Prakasha, Parakasha, Hena Pada Padma, Bhai Sabekar Asha. Oh brothers, may you all desire to attain the same lotus feet that Lakshmi desires to serve, Lakshmi Abhilasha. The same lotus feet by whose worship Lord Shiva became known as a pure servant, Shankara Shuddhadasa, and the same lotus feet from which the Ganga emanates, Jhanavi Parakasha. देखिकार शक्ति आछि नवद्वीपे कंडुक आमार व्याख्या आमार समीपे. Who in Navdeep has the power to refute my explanations before me? The Mahaprabhu says, who has the power to refute my statement? Parama Brahma Vishwambara Shabdamurti Maya Ye Shabde Ye Vakhanena Seyi Sanyahaya. Vishwambara is the supreme Brahman and the personification of transcendental sound. Therefore, whatever he explains is the supreme truth. Sri Vishwambar, the Lord of the spiritual world and the maintainer and nourisher of the animate, inanimate worlds, is directly the supreme Brahman and the personification of transcendental sound. Therefore, he is the husband of Saraswati, the goddess of transcendental knowledge. Any word that Lord Vishwambar explains through the eternal, pure, complete, eternally liberated, spiritual, and most important, Vidvadarudi, as related to Krishna, is reality and the supreme truth. So Vidvad Rudi, the explanation of the scriptures given by the devotees or self-realized souls, that is known as Vidvad Rudi. Agyan Rudi, the explanation of the scriptures given by ignorant materialistic scholars. And there is something known as Samana Rudi, or which is just a general description, not having much of bhakti in it, not at all having anything about bhakti. So Vidvad Rudi means every word in the Vedas, in the scripture, is actually connected to Krishna. Mohita paduya sabasune ikamane prabhu o vivala hai satya seva khane. The students were captivated as they heard the Lord's explanation with undivided attention. And the Lord also became overwhelmed while he explained the truth. So in the explanation of the truth in the scriptures not only gives happiness to the hearers, it also gives happiness to the speaker also. In this way, the speaker also enjoys the truth, others also enjoy the truth. So last verse for today. Sahajai Shabda Matre Krishna Satya Kahe Ishwaras Ye Vakhani Ve Kichu Chitra Nahi. Every word inherently establishes Krishna as a supreme truth. So there is no wonder that the Lord should explain in this way. Any word manifested from the pure spiritual sky and received by the eternally pure sense of hearing, smeared with the ointment of love, is certainly not different from the eternal, primeval, absolute truth, Krishna. Therefore, it is not very wonderful or astonishing that the Supreme Lord Sri Vishwambhar, who is devoid of the four defects of mistakes, illusion, cheating, and imperfection that are found in living entities, will explain the meaning of every word through the eternal, pure, complete, eternally liberated, spiritual, and most important Vidvat Rudi. So Caitanya Mahaprabhu is Apurusha. Apurusha means one who is devoid of the four defects which a normal living entity has. So the explanation given by our Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, the explanations given by our Guru Shishya Parampara, they are all without any defects because they are Apurusha. And the knowledge is eternal. The knowledge is pure, complete. It is completely liberated, eternally liberated. It is spiritual. That is why they are Vidvad Rudi. Vidvad Rudi means explanation given by our Acharyas are the complete whole to understand the absolute truth. So here we'll stop. Any questions you can ask. So I have given, we have given the Bhakti Shastri form also. Now today, Hindi Bhakti Shastri also form will come out. So I request those who have not done Bhakti Shastri to take advantage of this online class. Sri Devi can take advantage because most of them now have crossed Bhakti Shastri and they are doing now Bhakti Vaibhav. Manali has already given the name. Mayur Prabhu has given the name already. There are 15 devotees who have given the name. Damayanti is also given. So I request those who have not done Bhakti Shastri to take advantage of this Bhakti Shastri class. And you can tell to others also to join Bhakti Shastri, because Bhakti Shastri will keep your devotion very clear. Many doubts are there in the devotional service. All those doubts will be solved by these 4 books. And most important, it is very dear to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada wanted every devotee to do Bhakti Shastri, because this Bhakti Shastri makes us study the 4 books. And these 4 books that to scrutinizingly study keeps our knowledge in devotional service very, very clear. Okay. And Hindi Bhakti Shastri is going to start Saturday and Sunday, Saturday evenings and Sunday morning. So you can introduce your known ones for the Bhakti Shastri. Hare Krishna.